everyone, I am Lex and today I'm going to be breaking down the new patch 26.9, and with this patch season 2 just begins, so let's see what we got for season 2. Starting with role quest, we got 3 important changes. The first one, the lane definition is now anywhere in lane outside your base. So no more losing progress because you were one step too far from your turret. So this means proxy is buffed. Second, there is a roaming bank system now. Every 2 minutes in lane banks you 1 minute of free roaming. Assassin and supports main will enjoy this change. So this means the roaming top laners, roaming mid laners and supports are definitely buffed. Third, we got mid lane request reward is getting overhauled. The empowered recall is replaced with 6 bonus AD and 6 bonus AP, which scales with items and spikes much harder. Much better design for mid lane. Game system changes. Minions are getting slightly more durable, mainly in mid and late game laning phase. Waves will stack up a bit more before crashing, which opens up more roaming windows. Minor change, but it will affect wave management decisions for sure. So for champion nerfs, we got only 2 champions that nerfed, Ambessa and Briar. Ambessa, her ult cast time is going from 0.55 to 0.70 seconds. This gives opponents a genuine window to react. She was killing people before they even know what happened. This is target and fair change. Briar, health growth drops from 100 to 95, about 85 less max HP at level 18. She stays dangerous, just slightly bit more punishable in late game. She is now a more squishy in late game. This means it will only work in good hands. So for buffs, we got Gragas and Talia. Both are phase rush users and phase rush is being deleted this patch, so Riot is giving a little bit love for them. Gragas gets significantly better W damage reduction, scaling up to 26% at rank 5. Talia gets her Q base damage little bit buffed and little bit nerfed for jungle. For Tahm Kench, last patch they accidentally nerfed him. His E-Gray health conversion now starts at 60% instead of 45%, and his R gives the word allies 60% movement speed instead of 40%. Much better for support and much better for your AD carries. Warwick, struggling late game, his passive on hit damage is getting meaningful scaling boosts at every rank past 1, so he feels much better for the late game. Adjusted champions, bringing back lost playstyles. We got 4 champions that are coming back to lost playstyles. This means Ezreal, Kennen, Teemo, Udyr gonna have 2 different builds. So for Ezreal AP, Ezreal is definitely back. As you guys can see, the stat changes for her Q, AP, W and R just got buffed. So this is going to be a massive for Ezreal AP players. So AD Kennen is buffed. As you guys can see the stats on the screen, guys. AD crit Kennen with the new Statikk Shiv is going to be generally terrifying. Teemo, we got a slightly buff on his on hit, and Teemo with hybrid items is back on the menu. So for Udyr, AD Udyr is definitely buffed. As you guys can see, there is a huge buff on his skills on AD ratios. Definitely right now AD Udyr feels worth playing. Riot also did bigger work on Shyvana and Zeri. The rework is huge on the champions. Shyvana gets a full stat and ability rework on the AD and AP builds. So right now Riot giving Shyvana to have 2 different options, proper options this time, because before it was a bit of mix of AD and AP builds, and right now it's going to be AD and AP Shyvana hopefully. As you guys can see, the stat changes now. Shyvana focuses damage on R and E more. The numbers across W and E have changed significantly on both paths. Check the full stats at the screen if you guys want to. Zeri gets powered moved from burst back to mobility and early laning, exactly where she should be. Her Q base damage goes up, her R gives more movement speed per stack with a longer direction, but her wall crit and R burst AD ratio come down. The Zeppy speedy AD carry is back. Xin AP ratios get boosted significantly on passive and E. AP ratio on E doubles to 120 and his E attack speed buff now scales with AP. Attack speed and AP Xin builds will become generally viable again. Zoe, W damage goes down, but landing her W now refines up to 30% of its cooldown. Less lane stat checking, more reward for skillful bubble hits. So we got new 2 brand starting items, which is Doran's bow and Doran's helm. As you guys can see, the Doran's bow got AD, attack speed and omnivamp. This is great for on-hit marksman, but I'm not sure who else going to use this starting item. For Doran's helm, we got health, armor and magic resist, and also 5 bonus damage for minions. This is a good for tanks who wants to scale and farm in laning phase. This is going to be really good on Cassante or these type of champs. We got new omnivamp boots. This is one of the most broken boots I have ever seen. Gives 4 omnivamp stacks up to 6 more through champion kills. Tier 3 passive gives damage above half HP and bonus healing below half HP. Expect to see this on every fighter. We got Statikk Shiv. Statikk Shiv is completely reworked. It's no longer a wave clear item. It's now on hit scaling purchase. The key part is lightning bounces apply on hit effects to secondary targets. Combined with Cannon and AD Teemo changes, this is going to be a meta defining item. Opportunity and Trailblazer are removed, both for overlapping too much with other options. Opportunity is replaced by a buffed Voltaic, which now triggers energized through ability damage too, not just auto attacks. Great for AD casters. XC Mark gets nerfed, base refund down from 15% to 10%, but scaling per lethality goes up. You need to actually build full lethality to get cooldown reduction now. Hubris, trade some base stats for better stack rewards, commit to the stacks, profits late. We got 3 big rune changes, and first, phase dash is deleted. It was too enabling for certain champions to ignore lane mechanics entirely. Champions like Ryze were using this rune extremely well. Deathfire Torch is the new sorcery keystone for damage over time and sustained damage champions. It will be definitely broken on champions like Malzahar, Brandt, Singed and Teemo. This is your keystone now. You can just pick these champions, pick these runes and deal massive damage. Storm Raider Surge replaces Phase Rush. To trigger it, you need to deal 25% of someone's max HP within 3 seconds. Then you get 40% movement speed, 75% if you are ranged, and 50% slow resist. It's the same mobility fantasy as Phase Rush, but you have to earn it by going all in. Much healthier for the game. Arcane Comet now deals up to 100% more damage based on distance. Max bonus at 750 range, perfect for Zera, Lux, Ziggs. Champions who has longer range going to use this rune just better than before. The further you snipe from, the harder it hits. Hail of Blades loses some attack speed but gains true damage on empowered attacks. More interesting keystone this time. So Riot is also doing a hard reset. If you are master or above, you're going to start 0 LP and going to have same MMR as everyone in the ladder. This is a good change if you wanna climb and have a second chance for season 2. So we got WASD now. This is a huge change for League of Legends history. Riot is actually maybe the first time changing something mechanically in League of Legends that is this big change, and it's coming into ranked now. I'm very excited to see what this brings on to the ranked games. For sure this is gonna bring some new players to the League of Legends, which Riot's prior right now to bring new players. Old players doesn't like this change at all, but for sure some of them are trying and to see if this is a good change. What do you think is going to be OP this patch? Champions, items, runes that are big changes? Let me know down in comments and make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel and see you next time.